Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. How are y'all feeling on this Monday morning, the September 29th? It's morning here. It's another gray morning. We have had so many gray days in this neck of the woods. And I go, it's kind of like a mirror image of how our country is. So, I got an email from, what's this guy's name? Mark Elias from Democracy Docket. He's an attorney that's fighting for us. And he's one of the guys that doesn't throw out a lot of alarming headlines. He just gives you the news. He's an attorney. So in his post, he writes, I woke up this morning and my brain immediately went to, hey, Mr. Spaceman, the birds. And I'm like, I'm wearing my Joshua Tree shirt, which that's where, for all you music buffs out there, that's where Graham Parsons died. And that's a whole weird story. I won't get into it, but there is a Netflix or YouTube documentary on it. Wild. So Graham Parsons was a big influencer for me with country music, country rock, and as well as like the whole music scene. He hung out for months with the guitarist for the Rolling Stones, and they like traded riffs back and forth, and it's crazy. And he brought Emmylou Harris onto the scene, and that is a wild story in that. Nonetheless, hey, Mr. Spaceman, the birds. And then I flip to the birds. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. Gene Clark, Tipton, Missouri. Things come around in full circle for me. This, I don't know what the circle is. Nonetheless. Moving on. Mark Elias. He woke up this morning with an unshakable feeling that Pumpkinhead is winning. And I go, ooh, chills. That's not good. I mean, I don't think that's Chill's truth. I think that's Chill's, it's chilly. That's like, oh, what a scary, scary thought. And so he was going down and saying, yeah, his poll numbers are continue to hit new lows. The whatever bill is a disaster. I'm scared to death what the Democrats are going to give up. Hakeem Jeffries and that guy, he's so old I forgot his name. No, wait a minute. I'm so old I forgot his name. We're both too old. He shouldn't be in there. Schumer, Chucky. Okay. So anyway, then we have Missouri. Lovely Missouri. They're doing their gerrymandering thing. So I will look into that a little later as we get closer. We also have Portland. And I mentioned Missouri. I'm looking at this. So Mark Elias goes, have I become worn down? Yes. I remind myself, where am I the frog sitting in a pot of water that is slowly heating? Anyway, it goes on. And the point of this, because he said that he spent the weekend enjoying his time, enjoying life, and he goes, is that good or is that bad? That's good. That is good. Because we need to remember how our lives should be lived, with freedom, with joy, with happiness. So we can't do this whole thing. That's why we have Mark Elias. He does way more than I ever could. So I do support him. And I encourage you. He does have a free newsletter if you choose to get it. So I know a lot of us who are watching, say us in this circle, have financial limitations. We're all not billionaires. Psychic Duck, billionaire. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody.
Hello, everybody. You are rambling today. It's Monday. It's not Friday.
I know. I'll get there.
Hurry up.
Psychic Duck. He's impatient. He knows what I want to read on. So, yeah, there's a point to the constant barrage of what they are trying to do. We need to just stand up and do what we can do. I'm not a Mark Elias. I'm not, I am who I am. I can stand up and protest. I can stand out on the street. I saw some people standing up at the overpass. I'm honking my horns at them. Yay! Hopefully they appreciated that versus like going, "What are you on the other side?" And in that, somebody sent me, and I don't know if it was a subscriber or not, but an article that wanted me to sign up for the ACLU. And for me to sign up, I need to do my research. So if you send me something, you got to give me a little more information than just click on this link. I won't do it. Sign up for this. I won't do that either. However, the ACLU does have a website that says Know Your Rights. What are you allowed to do on the streets? What are you not allowed to do on the streets? Do you need a permit to protest? Do you not? What can you do legally? Now, I know that's a double-edged sword because those guys don't care about legal, but we do, I think. I think we should. Yeah, we should. Really? Should we? Have I let you guys know? I don't know what I'm talking about. See, I even have this upside down because some of my thoughts are upside down. This is entertainment only. So I would encourage you all to go to the ACLU website. Know your rights if you're going to get out there on the street. Libby over at Meister Tarot said write your an attorney's phone number on your arm in Sharpie. Okay, if that's what you feel you need to do, because they're going to confiscate everything. They're going to confiscate your phone. They're going to do blah, blah, blah. And so, some people are talking about, let's get a burner phone if I'm going across out of the country. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Do what you feel you think you need to do. So let's move on. 9 minutes into this ramble. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go today with this, which makes it even more of a ramble. I do want to look at just where we are in the week, because we got so much stuff going on. So do a general reading, and I'm going to be using my Tarot Grand Lux deck. And this is so weird. I go through my day without a hiccup. Aren't I lucky? There's no hiccups in my life. When I sit down and start reading, I start hiccuping. And I go, is it a negative thing? Is it a positive thing? Somebody mentioned it on the channel before. They said, oh, it's such and such. And I mean, and I think it'd be an individual thing that I've got to figure out. What is it? And I'm not going to do it here. I'll spare you that. Let's just look at the energy for the week. Let's just look at the energy for the week. For the people in Portland, oh, you guys. Who's the place that throws fish? I think that's Seattle. Good thing that the troops aren't going into Seattle. They'd be getting Subway sandwiches and fish thrown at them. Not that I approve of throwing fish. I always, when I first saw it, because I did see it live, I go, isn't that a little disrespectful for food? But they did catch it, and it was, they weren't like throwing it around and letting it land on the ground. However, yeah, those guys in Seattle will be arrested throwing fish. Article 1642. It was a very smelly fish, Your Honor. Okay, that just made me think of John Baldry. Y'all know who. No? John Baldry? Hang on. So this is a fun song. I had to remember the song. Don't lay no boogie-woogie on me. I'm the king of rock and roll. Great diversion. Okay, let's look at the week. We have Pumpkinhead saying, we got Pumpkinhead saying all sorts of stuff that he flips on Taco Guy. Pumpkin tacos. Ew, yuck. And so we have military going back into the streets. We have the Epstein files still being hidden. We have the government potentially shut down. We have Chuck Moore, and Hakeem Jeffries going to talk to Pumpkinhead to try to get health care in place. However, what they're doing is they're funding farmers off of tariffs that we are paying for. Don't worry, we're taking the money from the tariffs, but it's us paying higher prices. Backwards. So, what is... I'm going to hit pause and get a focus on the question. Okay. We know what the energy is. We feel it. It's like, are they winning? And it's not an us versus them so much because that separates us more. But it is how do we stay positive in this crazy, apparently negative energy? And it's just waking us up to what we need to fix. What is our stance? How do we stay our most effective in pushing against, standing up to this authoritarian fascist, yeah, and I'll call him that, regime? How do we stay in the light with it? We get the Ace of Cups, a new emotional start, filling that cup up with healing water, with energy. Should I drop this down so you don't have to look at my wet head? I smell good. Okay, never, sorry. Here we go. Ace of Cups, and it is being, oh, lovely. I did shuffle this. The Two of Cups coming together. Community. unity, all colors coming together. We have the Queen of Coins at the base. How do we maintain this? Security. This is what I'm hearing intuitively. Pay attention to that ACLU, know your rights. There is security. Double check your banks, double check your passwords, make sure that they are all in place. We have the Seven of Swords in the past, because someone may be looking at sneaking in and taking some defenses. Taking some, is it some coins? No, it's just, it may be, but someone's sneaking in and leaving some defense, taking some swords, leaving some protection, but you get the gist of it. At the top of the reading, what we are marinating in, not marinating, overflowing, overshadowing, is the King of Pentacles, the King of Coins. In other decks, the King of Pentacles is my Pumpkinhead card. In this deck, this is about us. This isn't about them. This is about how we stay positive and in the light. And what I'm drawn to is, where is it? Well, you have the wolf and the deer. Pay attention to your intuition with that. Ground yourself too. Both of these are grounding cards for me in this deck. And in the potential near future, we have the High Priestess. And again, tapping into the higher source. Dropping into, for me, when I do my meditations, my journeys, I can slip into another reality of time and space where things are not where they are now, but where they can be, where they, where people are in harmony. And it's a higher dimensional, it's a higher vibration. And I can slip into that, especially with this High Priestess. And that creates an energy in this plane of existence as well. Did that make sense? I got it. But anyway, we have the two, lots of twos. Well, not lots. Yeah, lots of twos. Two, two, two. Okay. So the Two of Wands, something coming to fruition, some news coming, but in this, it's like they're not being, it's like the gates are opening, step into the golden light. Don't get caught up in the negative. So yeah, play with your dog. Let Mark Elias fight that fight, but for us, let's just play with our dogs. Enjoy time. And then when it's time to fight, just not fight, stand up. Externally, we have the Illusion Delusion card, but this is the Seven of Cups. Pick what you want. We can pick a dark card. We can pick a light card, a light energy card. But actually, in this deck, there's no really dark cards. It's just little cups of light. So do we want to go to the white light, the red light, yellow, violet, green, blue, orange? Where do we want to go? Pick a color and bask in that. Maybe that's our chakra system that we need to work on. I had a reading yesterday and she worked on my chakras. Oh my God, it was so good. I need to ask her if she would like me to share that information. All right, we got another 7 here. Hopes and fears. That we are moving on from this cray, right? Because it's just divisive language that they're throwing at us. And we have white, black, they're both going in different directions. And we have us that's leading this. Hopes and fears, the chariot, that we can be strong enough. And this feels like a little higher vibe from above coming down to help us out. And the final outcome that we get is restriction, the Eight of Swords. It feels like we can't move forward. All these cards are so good, and then we get that one. Well, that one's not so great. But then we get this restriction card. Right now, this week, not much we can do. We're restricted in our movements. We hope we can get on that chariot. Okay, clarified by Nine of Wands. Okay, beat down. We have these eight that are restricting us, that are keeping us from standing up and walking towards the light. We're down, but we're not out. And the final clarifier of this Eight of Swords, thank you, strength. Yeah, the strength to move this chariot. Don't forget how strong we are. We may feel like we can't move. We may feel like we got knocked down. But I tell you what, when I look at this guy, I'm like, I don't think I want to face him. And when he stands up, it looks like, in one of those movies, and it's at the end of Act 2, and the guy's been through the gauntlet, and he gets knocked down, and it's like, uh-oh, he's done. The hero is done. This is not looking good. And then turns out and stands up and does whatever he does. All right. So, hang in there. Hang in there. Enjoy the life that you can. Go outside, ground yourself. Okay. I want to look at, I saw a little bit of some YouTube yesterday, and let's just quickly take a look at Portland, though. I feel like it's a nothing burger, but I also feel like Portland could get messy. Let's just take a look at it. Portland. Ooh, balancing. Two of Cups. I'm just going to pull 6. Ace of Coins. King of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Wands. They're not liking this, but the final outcome is justice. Oh, my video's messing up again. Justice. Okay. So let me drop this down. Hopefully the video will stop shaking. Okay. So we have the balancing act, juggling two things in a circus act. We have the Ace of Coins, new things coming in, new project. This is, I don't see much of the military except maybe this guy, the King of Wands at the base, but this is higher messaging. And it's kind of karmic, but justice is going to prevail on this. It's going to be balanced out. So if I look at it from Pumpkinhead's point of view, they're trying to bring justice. But if I look at it from Portland's point of view, they're going to be knocked down, but they are going to bring justice. Okay, I'm going to keep going too. Let's just see what we get. Internally, they're not digging this at all. 4 of Swords. And then we have the work, staying focused, the sword of truth, and the final outcome is writing in as a winner. Okay, so what I want to ask on this is Pumpkinhead going to, is there going to be violence in Portland? I'm feeling no. Is there going to be violence in Portland? And there's other cities that he's going after, and it's all because he doesn't want to release the Epstein files. It's all because of that. What is he having in it? There's so much spaghetti being thrown up against the wall. And again, disrespecting food. Is Portland, is there going to be violence in Portland? 6 cards. That's good. No. 9 of Cups. Magician. There's going to be some kind of shenanigans coming together. The 3 of Coins. There may be a little flashpoint. Well, this is in the past, so maybe they're still going back to the whatever those riots were back in Portland. We have the Queen of Swords showing up. Certainly, that's not part of the Department of War's strategy to send a woman in. Oh my God. And then we have the Lovers. This could be MAGA, but I don't feel it is. I feel like it's not gonna be bad. I feel like Portland is the Queen of Swords. They will stand up. They're going to show unity. There could be some little things, because you look at that building and you go, ooh, no. There could be some little things, but I think it's going to be kind of tapped down. I think the city of Portland in Oregon are going to go, no. Okay. So, last thing I want to look at. I'm going to use a different deck. I am going to be using my Ancestral Path deck. This is an intuitive deck. It is tarot, but it is way, 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 way intuitive. And I think I'm going to try to clear the cache because this is too jumpy. Okay, maybe I'll put up 2 videos. Okay, I'm going to leave it here for right now. Thank you guys for watching. Hang in there. We're just in a blip. Pretty big ass blip, but hang in there. Be good to yourselves, and we'll talk soon. Peace and love.